Right here, right now, this is where it all begins. Not luxury finishes, not just mountain views, not Instagram-worthy A-frames perched on a hilltop in the heart of the Shenandoah Valley. It starts here, in the dirt. So I'm standing on 75 acres in Luray, Virginia, one of the most beautiful pieces of land in the entire Shenandoah Valley. And what you'll be watching are 3 excavators digging right here into this hillside simultaneously, with one very specific purpose. We are laying the foundation of what is going to become Horizon Shenandoah, an 18-unit luxury short-term rental resort unlike anything this valley has ever seen. A-frames, tree houses, a preserved farmhouse, mountain views that will genuinely take your breath away. But before any of that can even exist, we have to get this part right. So welcome to the Envision Build Series. This is episode 1, and we're just getting started. So let me paint you a picture of what this place is really going to become, because I think it'll help you understand why we're willing to go through all of this trouble before we even touched a piece of lumber. 75 acres in Luray, Virginia. If you've never been to the Shenandoah Valley, first of all, we've got to fix that. But just so you know that this is one of the most scenic, most visited, most sought after destinations on the entire East Coast. You've got Luray Caverns, literally right down the road. Shenandoah National Park, right up here is your literal backyard. Skyline Drive winding through the Blue Ridge. And right here on this ridge, you've got all this. When this project is complete, Horizon Shenandoah is going to be 18 custom A-frame style luxury units in multiple treehouse retreats, spread out across all of this land so that every single guest feels like they have the whole mountain to themselves. There's an original farmhouse right down there on the property that we've preserved and turning it into its own short-term rental experience with a swimming pool and different hot tubs. People from Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, they're going to drive right through these mountains and check into something they've never experienced before. But here's the thing, none of that happens if we don't get the next few weeks exactly right. All right, let's get into it, because if you're going to follow this build, I want you to actually understand what you're watching. And today, it's all about footers. So what is a footer? A footer, or sometimes called a footing, it's essentially the base of the base. So it's a horizontal concrete pad or beam that sits below the frost line down in the earth. So that distributes the weight of the entire structure above it. Think of it this way. You know how a snowshoe works? So if you were to just step in deep snow in regular boots, you sink right in. But you put a snowshoe on, and suddenly that weight is spread out over a much larger surface area, distributed, and you stay on top. A footer does the exact same thing for a building. So without footers, your structure doesn't settle. It sinks, okay? And nothing puts a luxury resort out of business faster than a building that's slowly becoming the earth. Now here's what makes footers especially critical in Virginia. We do have frost, and when the ground freezes and thaws throughout the year, it actually moves, okay? It expands and contracts, expands and contracts. That's a process called frost heave, and it's absolutely merciless on the structures that aren't properly anchored. So footers have to be dug below the frost line, which is, in this region, typically about 18 to 24 inches below grade. So the concrete is sitting in stable, consistent soil that doesn't shift with the seasons. So getting this wrong is not a surface level problem. Getting this wrong means cracked walls, uneven floors, and eventually structural failure. It means multi-million-dollar resort has a very expensive lifespan problem. So getting this right, it means the resort stands for generations to come. Now you might be looking at this scene and thinking, do you really need 3 excavators going at the same time? Well, the short answer on a project this size is yes, absolutely. We have 3 separate foundation footprints going in for 3 different building clusters on this property. Each one of it has its own set of footer trenches that need to be excavated, inspected, formed, and ready for concrete, which is hopefully coming Monday, so stay tuned for that video. If we run one machine, we're here for a week minimum. Running 3, we have a shot at getting this done in a couple of days and keeping our project timeline intact. And in construction, time is money, always. Every day a delay on a project like this has a ripple effect. It pushes the concrete pour, which pushes the framing, which pushes the electrical and plumbing rough in, which pushes your certificate of occupancy, which pushes your first guest checking in and your first booking revenue flowing. So when you see 3 excavators running at the same time, what you're really seeing is a team that is serious about execution. So why do you spend so much time on foundations? No one ever sees them. No one ever talks about them. You can't really put them on, the listing photos. And honestly, that's exactly the point. Nobody talks about their, foundation at their dinner table. Nobody posts a reel about a concrete footers. Nobody books a vacation rental because of the compressive strength of the footing below it. But they definitely notice when it's wrong. They notice the door that won't close right. They notice the floor that's slightly off level. They notice the crack running up the corner of a wall that wasn't there last season. Think of a foundation like a great financial advisor. You never think about them, when things are going well. But the moment they're not there, doing their job quietly in the background, you feel it everywhere. Or maybe this one. You think of it like a chorus of a great song. Not many people download a song for the bridge. Nobody says, I love this track because of that one middle part. But take away the solid foundation and the whole thing falls apart. This is that chorus, and we're going to get it right. So let's take a second and talk about why we're doing this series. Because it's not just to show you cool construction footage. Although, honestly, 3 excavators working on a ridge at the same time, it's pretty satisfying to watch. Envision was built on a simple idea that everyone deserves a trusted partner in real estate. Whether you're a homeowner looking to sell, an investor looking for your next opportunity, a landowner sitting on acres you don't know what to do with, a contractor looking for some consistent work, or someone who just wants to understand how all of this works. We built Envision for you. We operate across the Shenandoah Valley and beyond, buying homes, developing land, building luxury rentals, connecting investors with deals, and bringing contractors and real estate professionals into a network that creates multiple streams of income and opportunity. And this series, this is us opening the doors, pulling back the curtain, showing you that it's real, it's happening, and you can be a part of it. Envision your lifestyle. Envision investing with us. Envision the Shenandoah Valley like you've never seen it before. If you're a land seller, we want to talk to you. If you're an investor, we've got deals. If you're a contractor who wants consistent, quality work, give us a call. If you're a real estate professional who wants to build something bigger than just a solo practice, there's a seat at the table for you as well. So here's where we are right now. 75 acres, 3 excavator teams, 3 separate foundation footprints being opened up simultaneously. The concrete trucks are coming. They're on their way right now. And I'll be honest with you, this is one of those moments in a project where you feel the weight of everything that's coming. All the decisions, the planning, the financing, the relationships that had to come together just to get to this one day. It's all right here in this dirt. So here shortly, we're going to watch the concrete pour. You're going to watch the footers go from open trench to literal base of an 18-unit luxury resort. You're going to meet some of the team making this happen. And a few episodes from now, you're going to see A-frames starting to rise on this ridge. You're going to watch treehouses take shape in those tree lines right over there. You're going to see this place transform week by week, episode by episode, into something that people are going to travel from around the world to experience right here in the Shenandoah Valley. So this is a 12, 15, maybe 18-month journey, and we're inviting you along for all of it. So subscribe, hit the bell, share with someone who loves real estate, who loves the Shenandoah Valley, or who just loves watching something incredible get built from the ground up. We'll talk soon.